All right, so what happens when the lights get shut off and actually World Cup leaves Toronto or Canada? To be honest with you, I don't even know what to tell you. I think we will see a major crash or more pressure on real estate. Because think about it for a second. When people are coming to an event or to a country or to visit a city like Toronto or Vancouver and stuff like that, they're also scouting. They want to see what it's like. They want to see what this particular country or a city has to offer. Well, at this moment, like, how are we even advertising our city? Like, do you think that anyone that visits Toronto, right, during this period of FIFA will say, hey, you know what? Let me go back because I really enjoyed it. Let me go back. Let me buy some real estate because I really want to do it. Like, I'm sure we went to, these vacations like, Mexico or Dominican or some of these islands, and, these hotels are trying to sell you these shares and whatnot. So most people buy it because they want to come back. They want to experience this particular feeling once again. So having said that, just like overall, like in the past, it showed that, after these events, real estate went down in some sectors. Like Rio, like we have seen Montreal Olympics, like the big events and stuff like that. It took decades and years to kind of get back on track. So also with this stadium expansion, the BMO and whatnot, I mean, like if you drove by, if you've seen it, it doesn't look as, I would say, sophisticated. It looks like some of these seats are literally held up in the air or on some sticks or whatever. So like they should wrap it or like make some advertising to hide all of these sticks kind of holding all these seats, thousands of seats and whatnot. So I think that's another segment because it costs money. To host costs money. Yes, the city is full. Yes, there's some revenue. Yes, but they're already announcing tax surge on top of the situation that we already have. So speaking to some people, right, like friends and acquaintances and whatnot, right? So 9 out of 10 said, look, after the World Cup, they expect real estate prices to go down even more, right? Then we kind of try deciphering that. We try talking about that. And as we went further, so I personally believe this is happening or it will happen. We will see that this current market is definitely breathing heavy. And on the graph, like we're way below any drops, historical drops, and definitely low from any high historical peaks of 2022. It is obvious at this point. But then the added pressure is that during that summer months, it feels like everybody will take vacation. And those people that don't want to take vacation, they will have to because, all of a sudden, the listings and the inventory will disappear, right? Because it will make no sense to show, 30 units, condo units in downtown Toronto. It's going to be a chaos, right? And people's mindset, it's not going to be aligned for business, right? So that's that segment. And then I expect somewhere in August, September, and October, the fall market will see that huge surge and increase in inventory, which will add to more pressure, right? And then you have taxes on top of that. You have the mindset that will come back, but the slate will definitely play a different role. It will feel like, okay, now we're dealing with way more mess than what we have left in the beginning of 2026. And the beginning of 2026, as you know, was not by any means, any kind of boom or any kind of huge positive activity. We're still in a declining real estate market, right? So I think after all said and done, we will reach, winter, where we're in, November, December, where we're, preparing for the holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's and whatnot. People are spending money, and we know that people tend to spend more money on gifts, on pleasure, whatever, however you want to call it, right? Like it's that spirit, that time where people get into more debt, right? But we're already at 177% debt to income ratio in Canada. So this will add more. So once the party is over and once everybody leaves and we're left with that hangover now, 2027, I don't mean to talk above myself here or try to project a timeline too far out, but I think 2027 will be even worse. We'll see more pressure, more declines, more talks about a recession, about issues. Taxes will be higher because they have to. Somebody has to pay for these stadiums and all of these hosting that we are going through and whatnot. So I think all in all, yes, it is. We should be grateful for hosting, but hosting doesn't always mean we will see any positive outcomes down the road. So please comment below what you really think about this, because I think that this particular hosting the FIFA World FIFA, it's not going to do any good for us as a whole. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.